All right, MMA fans, I'm here with Bellator MMA lightweight fighter and one of the protagonists of the upcoming Bellator 287 main event on October the 29th, Adam Piccolotti. Hello, sir. How are you today?
Hey, good. Thanks for having me, man.
Thank you for giving us a little bit of your time today. If my sources are correct, you recently became father, right?
Yeah, absolutely. August 13th, he was born.
Oh, congrats on that. What's his name?
His name's Dominic Piccolotti.
Oh, very, very nice. How is he?
He's good, man. Um, he's home now. He had a little bit of a rocky start. He had a little bit of oxygen issues, so he ended up spending about 3 weeks in the NICU, the intensive care unit, and they didn't really know why. He just needed a little bit of oxygen support, so he had to stay with the tubes in his nose, and they were doing all the monitoring and all the tests and stuff, but all the big scary tests all came back very positive. They came out good, negative. And he's back home now, and he's actually been off of the assisted oxygen for about 2 weeks. So super happy, super blessed, and just so excited to be a father.
I'm sorry to hear that he had to go through this. I'm happy and glad to hear that he's okay. And of course, he's a fighter, pretty much like his father.
Absolutely, absolutely. He already had one tough ass fight, so we're good.
I'm glad to hear that again. How are things at AKA?
Oh, it's been great. Solid, hard, um, high level, all the things that AKA is always. So it's been an amazing camp out there.
With whom have you been sparring in preparation for this fight?
There's a handful of guys. I've gotten rounds with Islam Mamedov, Mowgli Benitez, um, another European dude, Matt Camarillo. Handful of good guys. The list goes on. I just can't even remember all of them sometimes.
Oh, no, I guess that. I mean, your training camp and your gym is pretty big. So, yeah, I'm guessing
Absolutely.
that. Right now, you're preparing since you're taking on Mansour Barnaoui in Milan. What do you think about your upcoming opponent?
It's like almost the same thing I've been saying to everybody where we're fighting the main event on a Bellator card, right? So of course my opponent's going to be good, and Mansour is no different. He's good everywhere. He knows how to strike. He knows how to grapple. Um, he's a tough dude overall. So I'm excited to just get out there and showcase what I got.
It will be the first time you'll be competing outside the United States. What do you expect, from your upcoming fight?
Yeah, expect a little bit of unexpected, right? The fight week should be a little bit different, a little interesting. A lot of times I'm lucky enough to fight in San Jose, where if I forget something, I can just call my girl or have somebody go pick it up for me. So the preparation is already it's been happening for literally the trip, the weight cut, the diet, the meals, all that kind of thing. Once it's go time, right? So I just gotta focus on this fight week first, make sure that I'm well rested, that I acclimate to the time change, make sure that my weight cut goes smooth, make sure that I'm getting good food, and show up ready to go.
Are you doing anything at all to prepare for jet lag or to overcome jet lag?
Yeah, actually after today I'm gonna start my at home shift, right? Where I'm gonna maybe not do a full shift at home because of the sunlight. It's a little bit challenging, but start changing my schedule to accommodate that in Milan's.
When are you leaving for Milan?
Monday.
Monday. Okay, okay. Um, Judging from your family's name, you have Italian origins, right?
I do, yeah. Yep.
Uh, where do your family come from?
Unfortunately, I don't know almost anything about my origins. My dad is very tight-lipped. I don't know if he didn't know much, but I know, my grandfather's relationship and his was always rocky. He's from a giant Italian family of 11 kids. So there was not the most, time to sit down and have those conversations, I think. Whenever I try to kind of press him on the issue, I kind of get the workaround, right? So really, I'm not too sure. We've always been a super proud Italian family, you know, Italian American for sure. But you know, fighting in Milan or Italy at all has always been on my radar ever since Bellator went to Italy for their first time. So I'm super honored.
Have you been to Italy before?
No, I've been to a few countries in Europe. I've done, I think, 3 trips out there. I was kind of saving because I'm Italian. I'm also Greek, so I was
Okay.
saving a Greece and an Italy trip to be like one big trip, you know. And my girl, she's also Greek, so we were gonna do all that together. But yeah, we're jumping the gun and going out to Italy to fight. So it's even better, really.
Once your fight is done, you know, once you're done with weight cutting and all, are you planning to do anything in particular, you know, in Italy, or I don't know, are you going alone or are you going with your family this time?
So yeah, because my son was just born with all these issues, them two are staying back home. But you know, I'll be with my other family, my cornermen, you know, and those are my family too. So in terms of sightseeing, you know, like if my girl and my son were coming out, it would be a little bit different story. I'd make sure to make that the flight be a week later or something. But you know, you never know what happens in a fight. I could kick this guy in the head, get the win, and still break my foot. You never know. So in terms of sightseeing, I plan on, you know, taking some nice jogs, you know, going on a good run throughout the city and seeing what I can see on my own, and just kind of playing it by ear. You know, it is mainly a business trip. As much as I want to, you know, let loose and enjoy Italy and explore and stuff, that's not really the time for this yet. But I'm definitely really open and excited to take in some of the culture while I'm there.
And what about your corner? Who is going to be in your corner? Since you mentioned your second family, who is actually coming to you with you, sorry, to Italy.
Yeah, so I got my main guy is Raul Castillo, right? He's always been my head jiu-jitsu coach, like my brother. He's going to be out there with me, of course. I've got Coach Kieran Fitzgibbons coming. You know, he's been helping me so much with my striking throughout these years, and just somebody that I've really grown to love. I've got Mao Sutai, and he's a little bit newer to the family. I had him in my corner for the first time last fight versus Georgie, and his cornering skills and just being around that dude is just it's a great energy. So that's gonna be my corner, and on top of that, I'll have a handful of my training partners and friends that are gonna be out there, in order to be an extra body for me, for some shakeout workouts and things like that.
Now that you mentioned your latest fight, your decision victory over Georgi Karakhanyan, did anything at all surprise you on that occasion? I mean, it was quite a good performance. You took home a victory, but still, did everything go according to plan?
Yeah, that fight was the first fight after a long layoff. I think the longest in my career. I dealt with tons of injuries and adversities throughout that time. So going out there and getting that win was like super relieving. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you call it a surprise, but I just felt a little bit like I hadn't been punched in the face for real in a long time. So, and I knew that guy throws bombs, and yeah, he hit hard. So not to say that was surprising by any means, but that was what woke me up and kind of brought me back into the moment. And yep, we're here, we're fighting again. So it wasn't a surprise as much as it was welcome back.
I mean, that's part of your job.
Absolutely.
Are you preparing any surprises for the Italian audience about your walkout song?
No, unfortunately, I haven't put too much thought into the song. I've been a little bit preoccupied, both physically and mentally. So as of now, it's gonna be my classic song that I always come out to. Roy Jones Jr. Can't Be Touched. But that is a good point. Maybe I'll put a little more thought into that, because I definitely want to show my Italian fans some love, because like I said, it's somewhere I've always wanted to fight. It's somewhere I've always wanted to be, visit, experience. So I would love a warm welcome out there. I know there's going to be French fans in the stadium too. I know there's going to be European MMA fans in the stadium too. Rooting for the fellow European. But I'm excited to put on a show for all these guys.
That's fair enough. and I'm pretty sure it will be quite an entertaining fight. Listen, I would like to hear a prediction for this clash. How do you think you're going to win?
I think I'll win by TKO. You know, my hands have been real heavy lately. I could definitely sit this guy down with my striking. And if that's not the case, I can hold him down and find a spot to put him out.
Adam, I finished my questions. Do you have any last messages?
No, just, thank you and thank all the fans and thanks Bellator. And I couldn't be more excited for this.
Thank you again for your time today. Best of luck with your upcoming fight, and hopefully I will hear again from you in the future.
All right. Thank you so much.
Have a nice day. Bye-bye.